Hey everybody, I'm Amy McNew and I'm one of the nutritionists with Paleo Plan, and today I'm going to be talking to you about simplifying food prep and easy ways to store food so that you don't run into an over-crammed fridge that makes it difficult to live with. But first, I'm going to talk a little bit about myself. Like I said, I'm a nutritionist and I work with Paleo Plan. You'll see my work popping up on the blog, and I am also the creator of our new D21 detox program, which is going to launch on April 17th. If you would like more info about that, you can go on over to our website, paleoplan.com, and sign up for our newsletter, and you will be notified as soon as registration opens. I'm also a mom to a toddler, and I am a foodie and a recipe creator. I spend most of my free time cooking and creating new recipes, reading paleo research. Basically, I got into paleo and nutrition because my passions became the food and the nourishment that basically makes us thrive and be healthy. So basically, I eat, drink, sleep, and breathe paleo. Because of that, I have continued to find ways to make it simple and achievable without losing your mind or spending hour upon hour in the kitchen cooking meals from scratch all the time. Obviously, some people have the time to do that and love it, but now that I have a child and I'm working a lot, I just don't have the time to spend 4 hours a day cooking and prepping all this awesome stuff. So I'm going to pass on some wisdom to you that I have gained over the last several years about how to get super delicious home-cooked meals without spending hours a day doing it. I am a huge fan of batch cooking, and that is kind of what I've recently gotten into thanks to the popularity of the Instant Pot. This is my new best friend. It looks small, but let me tell you, it is so amazing. Now, I had a crock pot before. I love my slow cooker and I used it a ton. But when you can take something that takes 6 to 8 hours to cook and you can cook it in 30 to 60 minutes, that's life-changing, especially because when I want to batch cook, I can actually cook 4 slow cookers worth of food in one day. I can fill my freezer with meat and with other dishes that are cooked, completely prepped, and all they need is reheated. So, I am a huge fan of the Instant Pot. Now, if you don't have an Instant Pot, you could obviously still do the same thing with your slow cooker. I used a slow cooker for many, many years, and it certainly worked out just fine. But if you are like me and you really want to cut down on the number of hours you're spending in the kitchen, the Instant Pot is an awesome way to go. So what I typically do, and what I will be doing shortly after I'm done talking with you, is taking my lovely Instant Pot, and I'm going to fill, the lid comes off, and it has a lovely pot, obviously, that goes on the inside, and I am going to fill it with about 5 to 6 pounds of chicken thighs. Now, you can cook anything in the Instant Pot. You can search the internet, and basically, if you want to cook it in the Instant Pot, someone's already done it. My favorite thing to do is to batch cook a ton of chicken thighs and then basically live off of those for about 3 or 4 days and then do it again. So I'm only having to cook meat twice a week, and that has seriously cut down on the amount of time I'm spending in the kitchen and food prep. You can base a ton of dishes around chicken that is already cooked. By cooking chicken thighs in the Instant Pot, they stay juicy, they do not dry out, and you can easily reheat them and they taste like they've just been cooked fresh. So you're not losing quality, you're just saving time. What I do with my chicken cooked in the Instant Pot, I put it on salads. I make chicken salad with it. I heat it up and I pair it with roasted vegetables or steamed vegetables. Those are the primary meals that I use on a regular basis because they're simple and they're highly nutritious. Now, my 1-year-old son, he also loves eating the chicken thighs, and he will eat them plain, he will eat them with vegetables. So basically, it's extremely simple. You can do chicken breasts in the Instant Pot as well, but like most lighter meat, they will tend to be a little bit on the drier side, so that's why I prefer the chicken thighs. and it's just super easy to throw a bunch of them in there and roast it that way. The other tip I have is when you've batch cooked whatever you're going to batch cook, you want to store it efficiently so that you're not losing out on fridge or freezer space. And basically the best way to do that I've discovered after trying just about everything, step one is mason jars. And I love these plastic lids that you can get. They are a lot easier to use. They just screw right on. And I like to use jars of varying sizes. So what I like to store the jars in, I will save the broth when I have cooked chicken in the Instant Pot. So then I have ready-made chicken stock anytime I want to cook soup or anything else. So I will store the chicken stock in the jars. I will also sometimes put the chicken itself in the jars depending on what I have available or what I'm going to do with it. Also, you've probably seen the famous mason jar salads, and you can definitely prep your salads or meals for a week using jars. I like the wide mouth jars though, because when you're talking about like reaching in and making a salad, obviously you can get your hand easily in and out. But with the non-wide mouth jars, it can be a little hard to do that. And these lids, I just got them at Target and they're super cheap for a pack of like 6 of them. So very convenient. My other new favorite thing is a stasher bag. Now, these are silicone bags that basically mimic like a Ziploc type bag, but they're reusable, they're dishwasher safe, and they're a lot more durable than an actual plastic Ziploc bag. Not to mention they're not plastic, so if you're looking to get rid of plastic and toxins from your life, then this is definitely the way to do it. You pinch them together and you seal them just like this. And I've never really tried putting liquid in them and dumping them upside down, but I have put food in them and they've gotten tipped over in the fridge and has not leaked. So I think that is always a good sign. So I keep several stasher bags on hand. These are all clean and ready to go. And what I store in them, roasted vegetables that are left over and I'm going to be using for a different dish, like roasted Brussels sprouts, roasted asparagus, basically any vegetable like that works super well in these. You can also store hard-boiled eggs in them, avocado halves that you don't want to eat the whole avocado. I haven't tried it yet, but you could probably put everything you need for a salad in a stasher bag except the dressing and easily pack that very easily. So I really love them. Now, I have used them too for non-food reasons. I will, if I'm packing the diaper bag with a bunch of stuff in it, I will put a variety of things that I need, other snacks, and just throw it in there. Very easy, very convenient. Now, my other favorite thing are the rectangle Pyrex dishes. Now, I have round ones, but I have really come to love the rectangle ones because they stack efficiently and there is no wasted space in the fridge or freezer. So, I have the 3-cup ones, which is what this is, and I also have 6-cup ones. Currently, my freezer has several of these 3-cup ones in it with enough chicken for a meal. What I like about that is I can cook it, shred it, put it in the Pyrex, put it in the freezer, and then the next time I either don't have time to batch cook or I'm just, really wanting something that's quick, I will get the chicken out and I'll usually just stick it in the fridge to let it thaw overnight. And then I can make chicken salad in like 5 minutes or just eat the plain shredded chicken on a salad. My son likes to eat shredded chicken just plain, so if he's hungry and I don't have any other snacks readily available, just give him some shredded chicken and he loves it. So in my fridge right now, I have the 6-cup ones also filled with chicken that I batch cooked yesterday. Now a 6-cup Pyrex will usually contain about 2 meals worth of chicken for us. So I love being able to pull it out of the fridge just for leftovers and even for a quick snack or a breakfast. Having been paleo for so long, my ideas of breakfast food have dramatically evolved. So sometimes my breakfast is roasted chicken and vegetables. It's really nice to have that food that's readily made up. That's another thing too. When you're talking about paleo and you want to be successful at it, planning ahead is the way to go. Now, you don't have to get crazy with your planning ahead. Having chicken cooked up is the simplest idea ever, but it's what makes my life totally doable. I also like to batch cook bacon and store the bacon in the stasher bag. Very easy. Sometimes I'll even like crumble it and put it in the bag ready for salad toppings or chicken salad or just snacking because it's bacon and who doesn't love to snack on bacon. So those are my tips for keeping your paleo lifestyle super simple, but being able to plan ahead. What I like to do is do some batch cooking on Saturdays, and then usually on like Wednesday or Thursday. That's when I will cook another pot of chicken or do some other prep like that. I love to make slaws and store them in the Pyrex dishes and then pull them out and just have them easily for meals. The great thing about slaw is that if you pre-make a salad and put dressing on it, the lettuce usually gets slimy. If you do that with cabbage, it doesn't get slimy. So you can easily prep a ton of food to pack for lunches, or just even if you work from home, to just pull out quickly for lunch so you're not spending a bunch of time on that, and it's very easy. Plus, I love having quick, easy dinners as well. There are definitely nights where I spend an hour making a more elaborate dinner, but most nights after chasing a toddler around during the day, all I really want to do is sit down and have dinner put in front of me. Batch cooking makes that as close to possible as it can be. So, just to recap, planning ahead for paleo definitely makes it doable and successful. I love the Instant Pot. I love stasher bags, which are available from Thrive Market. That's where I got mine. The rectangle Pyrex dishes, and I've had these glass dishes for a long time. I just recently replaced the lids because after a while the lids got cracked, but Amazon has the lids available and they're not expensive at all. So it's really nice to just be able to keep those for years and years and years. And then mason jars with the plastic lids are super easy to use. And the other thing I really love doing is I actually got a second pot that goes inside the Instant Pot, so I can batch cook one container of chicken, let it cool a little bit, take it out, set it aside, and then immediately batch cook something else. By the time those two have cooled, if I want to do 2 more rounds in one day, it's totally possible without having to wash something a bunch of times in between. So that is a pro tip. You can also get extra sealing rings for the lid, which is the ring that goes around the edge. You can get an extra sealing ring for that to have if you're cooking different flavored things in the Instant Pot. Everything I cook in my Instant Pot tends to have similar flavors, so I don't actually need another one. What I'm also going to be doing this afternoon, batch cooking hard-boiled eggs in my Instant Pot. Very easy, they peel super well, and it just saves so much time. So, I don't know what you guys are doing this afternoon, but I'm about to have a huge batch cooking session, and I hope that you've learned some tips from my time-saving techniques. I hope you have a wonderful and awesome weekend. Have a great day!